Welcome to the Spire podcast, week 7 of the NFL season. And Giants lose 33-32 against the Denver Broncos. Oh, Christ. I mean, just when you think they're about to turn the corner, just when you think they're about to figure it out, just when you think they're going to make it to 3-4, just when you think they're going to go on a little bit of a run, they break your heart in the worst way possible. And that is what it's been with this team for a long time. This might be one of the greatest collapses in NFL history. This might be one of the worst losses in NFL history. But at the end of the day, it's just another Tuesday for the Giants. I'm recording this a couple hours after the game, only because I just don't want to talk about this team this week. I don't have energy to. They're not worth my time, even though I have an obligation to this page, even though I have an obligation to make content on the team. I could be doing much better things in my life than talk about this team. And I just have to get these feelings out right now. So today we'll be split up into talking about what happened, how did this collapse happen, what exactly triggered this. And then the other half will be us watching the highlights of the game and going through the details of the first 3 quarters and obviously the fourth quarter collapse. So get ready. This is going to be a meaty one. And it's not going to be exciting. And of course, it's just whatever. This loss is disappointing on so many levels. Of course, through the first 3 quarters of the game, I mean, you as a fan should have been as happy as can possibly be. I mean, those 3 first quarters were just outstanding football. I mean, continued. The defense played outstanding. The offense did their job and eventually moved down the field. But then the fourth quarter came, and it just felt like the Giants just completely faltered and lost their way. And I don't know if they got tired. I don't know if it was play calling. There's a lot of fingers to point at people and a lot of blame to go around. But at the end of the day, the Giants allowed 33 points in the fourth quarter. 33 in one quarter. 33. That doesn't even sound like a real stat. Like I just made that shit up. No. It happened today. Of course it did. That's just another Tuesday for the Giants. It's just another Sunday. 33 points in the fourth quarter has never happened in the history of the NFL, but today it did. And I'm just sick saying that out loud. And I don't know how you can look yourself in the face of your player of this team. I don't know how you can look yourself in the face of your coach of the team. Again, there's a lot of blame to go around, and it's not everyone's fault, but I know there's going to be a lot of finger pointing at Bowen. There's going to be a lot of finger pointing at the kicker. There's going to be a lot of finger pointing at Dable, but they're 2-5. That's the reality, right? You had an opportunity to get to 3-4. You had an opportunity to turn the season around, basically, and they were going to. And they lost in the most Giants way possible. Only them. Only they can do this. It's just unbelievable. 33 points in the fourth quarter is absolutely inexcusable. It's unforgivable. It's something that I can't even say without cracking a smile because it's just an absolutely ridiculous stat that I can't believe happened today. Shane Bowen continues to play soft zone. Did we not learn our lesson from the Cowboys game? Did we not? Did we not learn our lesson? Because to me, it seems like there was no lesson learned. And regardless of what we're saying about Shane Bowen, the players saying about Shane Bowen that, he's getting better. He's listening to the players. Well, what happened today? Because clearly the collapse started in the fourth quarter. And we'll get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get through the highlights at the end of the day. The kicker. I don't know how many games the past 2 years have been lost, or 3 years, I should say, have been lost because of the kicker. But it's too many to count. It's gotten to the point where we could stop counting on fingers and start addressing this as an actual problem. The kicking situation is a dire problem. I don't get it. I don't understand. How are we losing games like this? We're not asking Jude McAtemi to kick 60-yard field goals. We're not asking him to hit 50-yarders. In fact, we didn't have a field goal attempt today. There was no field goal attempts today. All we asked him to make was extra points. Extra points. Extra points in the National Football League should be automatic. Actually, they're expected to be automatic. Actually, they're required to be automatic. Extra points. Extra points. And he misses 2 of them. And one so crucial at the end that it cost him the game. Right? If he made that, we went into overtime, who knows what the game would be. We'd probably still lose, but I digress. Regardless, he missed 2 extra points, which is inexcusable in the NFL. This kicking problem is a dire problem. This is just not something that we can just toss away. Graham Gano has been hurt. They're clearly ready to move on. You bring in Young Hae Koo. He doesn't win the starting job. You turn to Jude McAtemi, who won the job, played at Rutgers, and today collapsed in an inexcusable way. Just unbelievable. What disappoints me the most about this loss is taking the Jackson Dart performance away. What Jackson Dart was able to do against this defense shouldn't be ignored. Again, through his 4 starts, if you're not convinced that Jackson Dart is the quarterback of the future, I really don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't. I mean, how he handled himself today, how he handled situations, made plays with scrambling, whatever you want to call it. He continued to make plays and make magic happen, right? I hate the fact that he had his best performance today as a Giant, and we just have to ignore it. I mean, 283 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. And I mean, that pick was awful and in a terrible situation. And sometimes that's going to happen, but what can you say? Wanda Robinson also had a great game today. Continually made plays, almost had 100 yards. Scadaboo had a touchdown and 60 rushing yards and had a really good game as well. Brian Burns had 2 sacks. I mean, this team played well for 3 quarters. And then all of a sudden in the 4th quarter, they completely faltered and lost their way. Completely faltered and lost their way. I mean, I'm looking at the box score right now. 33 points. I don't even want to watch the highlights of this game because of how just I can't even watch it. And Shane Bowen continues to disappoint. Shane Bowen continues to disappoint. And it's so sad. And I've been done with Shane Bowen since week 1. But, I mean, now we're at the point where you've learned your lesson by playing soft zone at the end of the game. And you do it again when you're up by 26 points. Again. Arguably the worst collapse in NFL history, if not the worst. Giving up 33 points in the 4th quarter. Again, I'm not sure what this team is. I mean, they're 2-5. So you could forget about any dreams of a wide receiver. You could forget about any dreams of a Jalen Waddle. You could forget any dreams about a Chris Olave. They're not getting a receiver. No, they're not. They had a chance to bounce back. They had a chance to be 3-4. And if they won this game, then I think there would be some serious conversations about a wide receiver. But no, not after today. Not after the collapse they just had. Absolutely not. And it's so depressing because just when you think you're about to turn the corner, just when you think they're going to fight their way back into relevancy, they're back at the bottom of the I can't even fucking speak. Just when you think that they're about to climb their way to relevancy, they get shoved back at the bottom of the barrel, and they're 2-5. And it's sad, it's depressing, and it's just another Sunday for this team. It's another Sunday for the New York Giants. And next week, you got Philadelphia again, who's 5-2. Yeah, we beat them 2 weeks ago, but I don't even know. I can't even predict what's going to happen. And maybe that's a good thing. I don't know what team we get today with the Giants. I don't even know what we got today. An amalgamation of a team that played good for 3 quarters and choked on the giant Bronco dick at the end. That's what happened. I don't know what team we're going to get this week. I don't know. We're 2-5. Let's be honest. Now, there is a part of me, and this game was just so depressing to watch in the end. I mean, it really was a generational collapse. But I kind of sat with my feelings at the end of the game, and again, I thought this team was done by week 3, and then they beat the Chargers. They collapsed the Saints. They beat Philadelphia. They collapse here. I don't know. I have a feeling that, honestly, I don't even know. This is going to be a tough one to get over. I don't know if this might be the worst loss of the season. I mean, it's the worst loss yet so far. Is it worse than the Cowboys game? It might be. I don't know. It's just another Sunday for them. So with that being said, as a community, let's go and watch the highlights. Let's watch this. Let's watch the highlights. All right. Let's watch the highlights because I can't deal with this anymore. I can't. So here's the highlights. 19 minutes, 58 seconds. I don't even want to watch this, but we're going to watch it.
Making this 3rd and short gives them better options on offense. Illuminor may have moved early, but there's no yellow. Here comes.
Actually, I'm going to just turn down the volume. Right. This was a great pass. A great pass to Bellinger down the sideline. That was a good moment. 3rd and 7 for Dart, and then just batted away, and he wants that back. Again, the offense did their job. Again, what they had to work with was nothing. This was a good run by Mims. I remember this. But the Giants defense played so well for 3 quarters. I mean, there's just going to be constant highlights of this team for 3 quarters. And it's so ridiculous that for 3 quarters, they played some of their best football all year. I mean, they did. If we're being honest with ourselves. I mean, this is just buying time. This is making magic. I mean, what a catch, what a throw. That's magic. I mean, you can't teach that shit. I mean, that's a busted play. That's a busted play. And he finds a way to get down the field and convert. You can't teach that. That's improvisation. And I said in the stream, I said, honestly, Jackson Dart has some of the best improvisation I've seen out of a rookie ever. Like, genuinely. Like, even though, yes, we lost. I mean, you can't ignore this performance from Jackson Dart. It pains me because at the end of the game, when we were winning, I was so ready after the game to buy a Jackson Dart jersey. I was so ready to go to Fanatics and just buy a Dart jersey. And then I can't even look at the fucking logo anymore. Oh, sorry with the ads, guys. I don't have YouTube Premium. So we're going to have to deal with the ads. I mean, look at that time in the pocket. And then just he's naked. And this was awesome. Because look at that pocket. Yeah, he finds a step up and he looks good, and then he just keeps his eyes downfield and finds him open. And that just felt too easy for them. And that was an awesome touchdown for Dart. Awesome touchdown. When Belly was wide open. I mean, take a look at the pocket here. Look at that pocket. I mean, yeah, it collapses at the end, but they did a really good job today with the pocket. I mean, the O-line had a very good performance. That can't be ignored as well. Quick screen to Mims, and he does a good job getting upfield. We'll bounce around. We'll bounce around. I don't want to watch all 19 minutes of this. 3rd and 18, taking a shot, and it wasn't open. Scatterboo spinning around. I mean, also Scatterboo had, one of his games. I mean, he's just been a consistent player. I mean, that pocket's. Look at that throw. I mean, look at the pocket. I mean, they're rushing 5 guys. Guys, this can't be ignored. They're sending everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're sending 5. Look at this pocket. I mean, that's a pocket. You're talking about this pass rush who's the best in the league. Look at the pocket. And he can step in to throw. And not only does he make a really good throw, look at Bellinger. No one sees him. The offense was making plays. They were. And that was a sack. No. That was Cooper. But then 3rd and 11 here. At this point, I'm like, well, they're going to walk out here. They're probably going to kick a field goal and leave. I mean, are you expecting the Giants to honestly convert this into a first down or even a touchdown? You're probably not at this point. I wasn't. Look at this play. Scatterboo, blockers out in front, cuts, ups in the end zone, and that was a fantastic run, and that's why you draft this kid. And here begins the sign to come. I mean, not even like a miss. This was terrible. In what world? This is an extra point. I didn't think it would bite us in the ass. We'll skip. I mean, again, I'm going to skip the third quarter highlight. I'm going to skip all 3 quarters of this defensive highlights because they played great. There's nothing of note here. They played really great. And then it comes down to here, and they did a really good job. Look at this stop. Look at the Giants on this play, this 4th down stop right here, the goal line. I'm thinking to myself, they're getting in. I mean, look at that lane, right? But look at 1, 2, 3 Giants come downhill. Puts them in the box. That's a hell of a stop. That's an outstanding stop. That's a game-changing stop. Dart takes off with his legs. Didn't really like he got hit in the ribs. But he makes a play. 3rd and 4. I don't think they get any points here. I don't know if this was complete. No. I mean, there's nothing there. And now the 3rd quarter comes, and then, Bo Nix has not a good catch and, a good throw, whatever. I loved this play too. 3rd and 4. You got to have it here, right? Look at this. 3rd and 4. They're rushing 5 again, right? They consistently rushed on 3rd down. They blitzed on 3rd down. But look at this pocket. I mean, look at that lane on the right. I mean, that's open. And you're trusting Illuminor. I mean, Dart steps up. Theo is wide open. And he turns upfield. And that's a great block by little Jordan Humphrey. They were moving the ball. Here's a 3rd and 12. And Wandale, I mean, this was an unbelievable play too. They're rushing 4. I mean, no one was touched. I mean, he wasn't touched here. You're getting Wandale on the screen. I mean, he's gonna go right there. He's cooked. He stops. He hits around the other side, gets the first. I mean, the offense was moving today. Moving against this tough defense. Second and 9. Dart escapes. I mean, again, and then he slipped there, which, that was unfortunate. 3rd and 18, 4th and 18, whatever. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. Third and 11. Again, the Broncos offense had no highlights in the first 3 quarters of the game. Scottaboo turns upfield. Great run by him here. Almost a first down. Gets it anyway. Wandale. I mean, the offense was moving the ball, as they have been every single week since Jackson Dart's been the starter. And then look at this. I mean, are you expecting Tyrone Tracy to be untouched and get a touchdown here? 2nd and 6. He's not touched. Not touched. No one's thinking this. And he's gone. Not even touched. I couldn't believe it. Not even touched. And at this point, I'm thinking, wow. I mean, not even touched. Not even touched. They just sold that. They sold it. And they go in for 2. They never got it. It was close, but a good tackle. But they never got it. And I don't blame them for going for 2. Maybe this is a different game if they got it. We can't take it back. And now this was the drive that kind of flipped the game for them. They make it all the way down. Great run by Dobbins. And then when the 4th quarter begins, this is where it begins. A lucky tip, a lucky break for the Broncos. Touchdown. I mean, that's lucky. That's a great heads-up play, but you can call it lucky, right? Whatever. All right. They go for 2 because they have to. Got it. Great throw by Nix. 2nd and 9. Again, look how we're moving the ball here. Scattaboo. I mean, look at this run. I mean, this offense was doing some justice here. Give them some praise. I mean, they were making it happen. This was not on the offense. Not on the offense today. I mean, that got blown up. Right? That got blown up. 3rd and 17. At this point, right, you're thinking, well, they're not getting this. So you trust your defense to just remain pat. 3rd and 17, you're cooked, right? So they rush 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again on 3rd and long. Why wouldn't they? Because they know we could protect it. 3rd and 17, right? Pocket, good pocket, actually decent pocket, actually great pocket because he can step up. And look at this throw. I mean, batted by God knows who. I mean, where is he throwing? I mean, he was looking for Dale. And not a great pass. And it lands in the arms of Theo Johnson. And there he goes. I knew at this point, I thought we won. Honestly, at this point, I thought we won. I mean, that's an unbelievable play. Call it lucky, call it whatever you want. Look at the score. It's 26-8. In any world, the Broncos should just lay here and take it, right? I'm thinking the Giants have won the game. No, there's still 8 minutes left to go in the video. We all know how this ends. And the Broncos tick, tack, all the way down the field. Evan Ingram gets involved. They stop him. an opportunity to shut it down here. 4th down, 4th and 2, right? Opportunity to get the ball back, whatever. This is a great play call. Oh, they're not even going to show it. But Nick's got it with his legs. Screen. They sold out the screen. Saved it. 2nd and goal. Nix takes off with his legs in the end zone, right? Great call. Great call. Now you start to get a little bit worried. At this point, you start to get concerned. You go, well, just don't let him get it. And it becomes a little bit more, you can breathe a little more because it turns into a 2-score game to a 3. And he's just open. I mean, no one was on him. Nobody was on him. So now it's a 10-point game, right? 3rd and 5. Right. And this was just bad. And Dart had been so good with these situations all day. Let's take a look at this. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're sending 7. And I mean, you're cooked, right? You're cooked here. So you're trying to save it. And I understand. And he almost stepped up. And Theo was open. I mean, Theo was open. Dart's legs got caught. So he's throwing off balance. He's throwing off his feet. And that's just an easy interception. And at this point, you really now get concerned. Because now they have it in the red zone. And it's a 2-score game. And again, Theo was open here. I mean, look. I mean, he's open. Right? You know, you're kind of lobbing it to Theo here. I mean, that's a 1st down, right? But the Broncos get his legs, and that's just very easy. Just a very easy interception. It can't happen. It can't happen. And he's beating himself up over it, and I understand. Can't happen. So now here's the Broncos. 2nd and 10. Nick steps up. He throws. Again, now you're just trying to buy the time. You're trying to clock it. And that just was easy. Look at this. 2nd and goal, rolls out, wide open, sells. I mean, these are just that you're selling it. You're selling touchdowns. You're just selling it consistently now. Now everyone's getting involved. Harvey's getting involved. Nick's is getting involved. I mean, everyone's getting involved now. Now you're just ring around the rosy to your entire offense. I mean, why are we selling? What is this? Belton. I mean, Kayvon's got the pressure here. Why is Belton trying to get the edge? I understand you're concerned about him running, but you're letting RJ Harvey walk open. You're letting him walk. I mean, what are we doing? I mean, get your guy. I mean, come on. So 3rd and 8. And you got to have it, right? You need it. And you let it fly. And at this point in the game, it feels like Dart kind of loses his way. And not to say he just collapsed. He had a few shots here. And to be honest, guys, I know that's not exactly the easiest catch for Juan. Obviously, he's not catching that ball. But put it in the bucket, that might be a touchdown. But he overthrows him. It's 3rd and 11. Nick takes a shot, caught, and the field goal. Right? But they're thinking bigger things than a field goal, right? Ingram got the edge. I mean, what are we doing? We're pushing him forward? What is this? We're pushing him forward. What happened to tackling? What happened to tackling? Did tackling just leave the minds of the players? What happened? So now they're thinking touchdown because why not? And Nix takes off and he's on. And this was a great play call because, again, the Giants are not expecting Nix to run. He's already ran once, but God forbid he runs again. So he gets in the end zone. God forbid. Right? So now I'm thinking, well, what a fucking embarrassment that was. I mean, wow. Right? I mean, the Giants are done. They're cooked. Whatever. Right? They just collapsed in the worst way possible. But let me tell you, folks, it only gets worse. Because here's the final drive of the game for the Giants. And an immediate sack, right? Because the Broncos decide to rush. I don't even think they rushed. I think they just rushed 4. So just collapse from the offensive line, sack, right? So anyway, now I'm like, well, here we go. We're fucked and we're screwed. Now it's 2nd and 14, right? And Dart's just throwing up a prayer. I mean, at this point, it's anything we can get. And this is what frustrated me so much because this could have been the dagger. I genuinely think this could have been the dagger. Because look at this. I mean, think about the situation right here. If Hyatt catches this ball, right, he goes down. You bleed the clock. And you try your hardest to get in the end zone. I don't know. So now it's 3rd and 19. At this point, you're praying. Pocket steps up, throws. And I mean, throws it into triple, quadruple coverage. I mean, at this point, you're trying anything. You're just trying for anything. And now it's 4th and 19, and this is the game. And I don't know exactly what we're looking at here. And I couldn't believe they gave this to him. I actually thought he was short. Even looking at it again, what a play by Wan'Dale. I could have sworn it was short. But the line was wrong on the broadcast, so he got it. And this was one of the more incredible throws from Dart and more incredible catches by Wan'Dale, even in this situation. Again, even this late in the game, he's making plays. He converts it. And I couldn't believe he got it. And again, now it's they're just replaying the play again. I don't know why. They do that sometimes. And anyway, after the play, I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? I mean, look at this. I mean, he evades pressure. He's calm. He looks for Wan'Dale. And I mean, roughing the passer. So a huge break. So that tacks on 15. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. They're actually going to drive down the field. They actually can go down the field. They could do it. That's what they call roughing, right? Oh, they're not even going to play the play. See, the NFL's got to lock this down. So this was the next play. He was throwing it up to Bo Collins, right? I don't know if this might have been the 1st or 2nd down. And this was PI. It was just PI. The DB never looked back at him, and this was PI. So now they have it on the 1. With 40 seconds to go, right? And I'm thinking, well, Scattaboo, right? Now, let's logically think about this. 40 seconds left to go in the game. It's 1st and goal. I trust you're going to get in the end zone. By the way, you have a timeout, right? Let's think about that. You have a timeout. So it's not like we're dead in the water here. It's 1st and goal. You're at your 1. Last week against Philadelphia, you did this 2 times with Scattaboo and got in. I understand it's a different team, but I trust it, right? In this situation, why didn't we just run the clock? Honestly, think about it. If we went down here at 1st and goal, you tic-tac about 20 seconds. So now you have 20 seconds with 3 more downs, right? Instead of leaving 40 more seconds off the clock, it's 2nd and goal, and now there's 20 more seconds. Now, again, you would try to run it again, maybe with Scattaboo, and maybe you get in. So you probably get in, and the Broncos will have 10 seconds at most for the game. But they decide to run it with Dart, and he gets in. And they marked him short originally, but it was ruled a touchdown. And that was all heart, right? I mean, that's exactly what you want to see out of your quarterback. That's a touchdown. But in my mind, I'm looking at this play, I'm thinking, well, they could have burned a play here. It was 1st and goal, and they had a timeout. So why not burn a play? I understand. If you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Run it with Scattaboo. I understand you're not expecting Dart to take off and run. I get it. I understand. But if we're going to live by the sword, we're going to die by the sword as well. If the Giants decided to run the clock here and leave about 20 seconds with 2nd and goal and had 3 opportunities to chuck it in the end zone or what have you, you're leaving Denver no time. However, now you're giving Denver 40 seconds with the ball, and you know your defense is just cooked. They have nothing left. So I'm not sure what went into this decision. You had a timeout. It's not like you had no timeouts. Even if you didn't have a timeout, you could still clock it. You are in control. Right now, the Giants are in control of the game. As soon as Dart went in here, they lost control. I'm just thinking to myself, if they had ran the clock on 1st and goal and went down, you run the clock, you take a timeout, or you run another play with 20 seconds left to go, and then you're giving the Broncos 10 seconds at most to get a field goal. Now, here's the kicker. Excuse my pun. Now, this is the kicker, right? So he's in. We get it. Then they'll decide to kick it, right? They decide to kick the extra point, right? Why wouldn't you? It's an extra point. This time, it's right. So instead of being up by 3, which you should be here in any actual NFL team, should be up by 3, you're now up by 2, which means you're vulnerable, which means you've lost already because a field goal wins the game. And not only do the Broncos get in field goal range pretty much immediately, I mean, Will Lutz is probably making it from there, if we're being honest with ourselves. Let's take a look at this play. We're rushing 3. Why are we rushing 3? We know that our cornerbacks are very vulnerable, especially since they've already scored 30 points in the 4th quarter. Why are we rushing 3? Why? Why are we doing it? This is our best unit on the team, and we're rushing with 3 guys. Because God forbid we're playing ahead of the sticks here. Because God forbid they don't get the 1st down. But he gets it to the 50. And that's basically Lutz's field goal range. So not only do they get it in field goal range, which basically would steal the deal, this time they rushed 4. And this time it's on Banks, right? Typical, obviously. And now they they didn't stop the clock. And then now they get in just a easy layup kick for Lutz. And he drills it. I mean, this would have been good from 70 yards. I mean, look at this. This would have been good from 70. I mean, there was no doubt in my mind. Even that first pass all the way to midfield, it was over. So that is how it ends. That is how it ends. Depressing, sad, whatever you want to call it. A generational collapse. And again, the offense did their job. The offense had a really good game. I hate to take it away from them, especially at the end. But my confusion comes at the end of the game. You are in control of the football game at that point. You're first and goal. You just got a prayer from Jesus Christ. You are on the 1 yard line with 40 seconds to go. I trust you to get in the end zone. You've been doing it all year. Or ever since Jackson Dart came in. You have Scadaboo on your team. We understand this. Why are we running it in first and goal? Did we get trigger happy? Are we trusting the defense that just gave up 30 points? It completely baffles me why we didn't take it down. Broncos had no timeouts. They couldn't do anything. Eat the clock to 20. Then you have 20 seconds to get it in 3 times. Even if you get it on the second down with 20 seconds left to go, you're giving the Broncos 20 seconds, maybe 15. Now, does Jude miss the extra point there as well? God only knows. He probably does. Did it really matter? No, because immediately first down, they get it in range. So it doesn't really matter. And that's how they lose. That's how they lose. A generational collapse of epic proportions. It's just embarrassing. They invent new ways to lose, and it's embarrassing. And again, I don't know how you're saying to yourself, the Giants should have won the game, but they didn't. And that's the reality. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, whatever. They lost. They collapsed at the end. And give credit to the Broncos. It would have been easy for them to just lay there and just say, well, better luck next week. But they fought the entire game. And when the Giants let up in the fourth quarter and took their foot off the gas, the Broncos just slammed on it harder. So credit to them. I mean, any other team probably would have said, well, better luck next week. But good on the Broncos for fighting. I mean, they deserve that win. They deserved it because of the epic collapse. And I think Bowen kind of doing this shit already. I mean, again, we're talking about a team that was already playing soft zone and now continues to play soft zone. I mean, you could point a lot of fingers at a lot of different people, and I understand. And it's just a disappointing and sad loss. At the end of the day, they're 2-5. You could forget about any dreams of a wide receiver coming in to help the team out. You could forget about that. I don't know. I don't know. Do I think this team still has fight in it? I do. But that hurts more than you could think. I mean, they had the game. They had the game won. And they let it go. I don't know who to blame. It's tough to blame anybody. You could just blame the team, and that'll be enough. But I don't know what you do if you're them. You're 2-5. You look like you have a quarterback. You have an offense that can actually push the ball down the field. And I think if you're a Giants fan, you're impressed with the offensive showcase today against a very, very tough Broncos defense. I think you're impressed with the offensive performance today. And you're also impressed with the defense at a point until the fourth quarter hit where they just forgot how to play football. So I really don't know what's in store for this team. Yes, does it look like we have a future? Yes. Does it look like we found our franchise quarterback? Yes. But as for this year, you've lost twice in the most spectacular ways that just seems improbable for any NFL team to lose. You lost to the Saints. You lost to Washington week 1, and you've lost to the Chiefs week 3, and you can kind of X those losses out because they were on Ross. Jackson Dart is 2-2 as a starter. If you want to take a glimmer of hope, you found your franchise quarterback. I thought he played tremendous today. I was so ready to buy a Jackson Dart jersey at the end of the game. And it's not his fault that I'm not buying one now. It's the team's. So next week it's Philadelphia again. I don't know. I genuinely couldn't tell you what team we're going to get. I don't know. Do I think they could fight? Yeah. They showed it today. Maybe they fight and beat them again. Maybe they lose. I don't know. It seems to me that next week is the week. It's the week. If they win, you're 3-5. Maybe, just maybe, you can find a way to rack off 7 wins and call the season a moderate success. If you lose, you're looking at 4-3 wins at most. Again, the team has talent, but not enough to win these games. Whether it's coaching, whether it's execution, I'm not sure. But the fact this team continues to lose games in the most unfathomable way possible, they are inventing ways to lose every week. I'm sick and tired of talking about them. Because I was so ready to come on here and praise Jackson Dart. I was so ready to come on here and praise the defense. I was so ready to come on and praise the coaches. But I can't. I can't. Because they collapsed. I mean, last week was probably our best win in years. This might have been our worst loss in years. A roller coaster of emotions, if you're a New York Giants fan. A roller coaster of ups and downs and loop-de-loops and things that you just don't expect to happen with this team. It's disappointing. It's depressing. It's embarrassing. Any adjective you want to any adjective you want to use, it's fine. I have better things to do than talk about this team. I know we'll be right back again next week watching this team try to beat Philadelphia again. But that hurts. That hurts. Because that game was won. And they just gave it away. And if you want to be a football team that wins games and makes playoffs and remain relevant, you can't be giving gifts away like it's Christmas time. You can't be Santa Claus giving out gifts to teams. To the Cowboys, to the Saints, to the Chiefs, and to the Broncos. You can't be giving gifts because that's what they're doing. An unbelievable collapse today. Inventing new ways to lose. But we'll be back next week. A team trying to get to 3-5 and I don't know. Again, it's a mystery what team we're getting from a week-to-week basis now, but maybe that's a good thing. Great game. Congratulations to Denver and their fans. They deserve that win. But this one is disappointing. Thank you for watching the Giant Spire podcast. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love. We are always here active live with the Giant Spire. And until next time, the Giant Spire is out. Peace.